Well, hello everyone, and welcome. I'm Randy McDonald. I'm with the Provincial Exhibition of Manitoba, and we are going to have ourselves a fair. It's called Ag EX, and it runs from October the 29th to the 31st. And over the next little while, I have three folks here, and they're going to help me explain all the exciting stuff that's going on there. And we have Brittany Forsyth, and she is our ag coordinator at the Provincial Exhibition, and Ron Christensen in the middle, and he's the general manager of the Provincial Exhibition, and Jennifer Skihar, who's the trade show coordinator. So between all of us, we should be able to explain what's going on down at the Keystone Center. And Ron, maybe I can start with you. Could you tell us what Ag EX is? For somebody who's probably doesn't really have any idea what it is to start with, so maybe just a broad generalization or whatever, what it actually is.
Sure, Randy. Ag EX is Manitoba's largest all-breeds cattle show. It's a showcase for a lot of the purebred breeders to bring out their best genetics and compete head-to-head with other breeders. It's right. For bragging rights, I guess, and it's important. It's a marketing process. Yeah. You know, they compare their animals to the others, and it's the champions go on from here to Canadian Western Agribition in Regina. So it's a show that's run for a lot of years with the Provincial Ex.
There's been a name change, hasn't there?
We went back to a name from the past of Ag EX. It was for the past 10 or 12 years was Manitoba Livestock Expo. We looked last year at rebranding to Manitoba Ag EX. We're always looking for ways to expand our shows and add components to it, and we just felt that the Ag EX name was one that was used in the past.
Probably more inclusive.
And it opens up the opportunities for other areas. So this year we've got a couple of things added, and we may try and add some more things other years.
Great. Maybe I'll just switch over to Brittany here for a second. We know that cattle registration is closed, but folks can still attend. So can you tell us maybe how are entries this year?
Entries are coming really good. We have over 115 exhibitors coming with their cattle, about 735 nice. Entries in the show. Admission's free for anyone to come watch, and we have stock shows coming in on the Thursday morning at 11. As well as activities each day, the cattle shows, plus in the evening on Friday we have a bull riding from Bull Riders Canada. So some of the best bull riders all over the provinces are coming, and we're having a wind up after for everyone to stay, and a live DJ is coming, and as well as on the Saturday night we have something called Pick of the Barn, and that is something for exhibitors to get their cattle out to, and sure. Everyone buys a ticket, and the last ticket in the draw gets to have their choice of the cattle in there.
That's Thursday evening.
Thursday evening,
right.
Sorry. And then Saturday evening is Supreme Breed Extravaganza, which is a jackpot show.
Wow, that's a lot of activities, to say the least. Maybe I'll go back to Ron here. There's shows all across Canada. There's ag shows. How does Manitoba Ag EX fit into the overall picture?
Well, it's the first of the big fall shows. There's a lot of small town fairs that the cattle producers go to during the summers, and there's kind of a run of big time fall shows. We're one of the first, so it's, as I said before, it's a stepping stone to Agribition. Our champions show against other champions at Agribition. This is a networking opportunity. The breeders use it to as a get together and see what other breeders are doing, what other organizations are doing. It's
right. There's a lot of networking that goes on under the roof at the same time.
And it's one of the biggest ones in this area. And as Brittany said, it continues to grow. Our entries are up considerably this year from last year, and that's been a trend for the last several years.
Right, so. That's a lot of beef. Brittany, we got a brand new event. Can you tell us about it? And that would be the bull riding.
So the Wheat City Wild is new this year, which is another reason why we changed the name to Ag EX again, because we're bringing more than just the cattle show. It's an exhibition, and just from the bull riding is we're hoping to get more of the urban crowd and bring more people in to watch, and hopefully they'll stay around for the cattle
It's
show
pretty
too.
exciting stuff. Supposed to be the most exciting 8 seconds in sports.
Yeah,
Is that
you
true?
betcha.
It is.
Yeah.
Good. All right, we want people to come to that. We're going to kick it all off though, because it is, it is a beef show. Where we started off with the taste of beef, and maybe Ron, you could tell us about that.
Yeah, our taste of beef is Thursday at lunchtime, starting 11:30 in the morning at the Roadhouse at the Canad Inns here,
Right.
and it's a great luncheon format. We've got 4 exciting beef dishes, some various sides. We've got a guest speaker, Marshall McDonald. He's a recently graduated veterinarian from the Western College of
Right.
Veterinary Medicine in Saskatoon. He's a Manitoba product from Brookdale. He's a interesting young individual who came up through the ranks, showed at all the local cattle shows, at lots of our shows in the past, and he's gonna give us a talk on what growing up in the cattle industry meant to
Right,
him,
right.
and how it influenced his decision to pursue a career
Right.
in that field. So it's really looking forward to that. Always excellent meals there. So we do have tickets available. Actually, we're not selling tickets. It's going to be we have a list going. So if you're interested in coming, $25 gets you one of the best meals you'll ever have to kick off our Ag EX show. So you can phone our office, 204-726-3590. And we'll get you on the list for Taste of Beef.
Awesome. Speaking of beef and beef shows, could you maybe run down the list of some of the shows that are going to be there?
Yeah, we have 8 different pure breeds showing, so that's excellent. A couple of breeds had some increases in numbers over the last couple of years and have their own, enough to have their own breed show, so that's good. We've got jackpot heifer and bull shows on Thursday to start off the show, where all the breeds compete against each other. And then we've got an excellent group of commercial cattle in a pen show there on later in the week. So purebreds, commercials, we've got a huge junior component. Saturday is primarily our junior show, and it's the future of the industry, so that's always exciting. We put a lot of effort into supporting our juniors because, as I said, they're the future. And then, of course, it all closes out Saturday night, as Brittany said, with the Supreme Show, which is the champions from all the breeds going head-to-head for the title
It's
of
the ground.
Supreme,
It's
the best
big.
of the best. So
Right. Right. Waiting patiently over there is Jennifer. And she's looking at the ag education component of it. Maybe you could tell us what Moo Mania is.
Moo Mania is an educational component for kids in grades 3 to 5, and we have them they actually attend from all across southwestern Manitoba. We have 17 classes this year with 351 kids, and they come and they learn about the cattle industry. So there's a beauty school for cows where they get to touch the cows and see how they're groomed for the shows, the business of beef, the inside of a cow, so they get to see the inside of the stomach contents, the history of beef, the history of the different breeds that come. Plus, they get to do a barn tour, and when they're at the different stations, they earn moo bucks. And the moo bucks are actually used for our show and auction. So after the barn tours, they get to see a cattle show and participate in a cattle auction where
So they could actually show up at home with a cow from Moonbucks?
for some reason the producers don't let us
They don't
remove
let
the
us-
cows.
okay,
No,
well, let's
but they
try.
do let the kids get really close and have a class picture taken with them
Awesome.
at the end of the show. So they get to purchase a cow and then they get their picture taken with the cow.
Perfect.
And that's for the younger kids. And then we have the Amazing Rangeland Adventure, which is actually done in partnership with Ag in the Classroom, and that's for kids in grades 10 to 12. And again, they come from Brandon and the surrounding area, and they do that one, look after that, and they learn all about the different environmental aspects of ranching and farming in Manitoba.
Perfect. Is there any benefit to Brandon? Is there any economic spin-offs from a show is that huge?
absolutely, it's the Brandon is a great city, but it's very agriculture driven. There's lots of our ag community that come to Brandon. They deal in Brandon. They get their vehicles serviced in Brandon, and our show draws competitors from right across Western
Absolutely.
Canada.
Right.
So we have people here for the weekend, staying in hotels, eating in restaurants, that kind of thing. So there's a huge economic spin-off from our show in the Brandon area, and a lot of our exhibitors are from the Westman area as well, and they do regular business in Brandon. So.
Perfect. I think we're just about there. We could do a really quick recap here. Ron, how do we get Taste of Beef tickets once again?
Taste of Beef tickets are
Yep.
available at our office, set 204-726-3590. They're $25 each, and it's Thursday at 11:30 till about 1 o'clock with a great guest speaker right there in the Canadians Roadhouse.
Awesome. And Brittany, how do we get our bull riding tickets?
You can get your Weed City Wild tickets right at the office or online at ManitobaAgEX.com. They're $10 for youth, and the adults are $20, and that includes your admission to the wind-up and the bull riding.
Perfect.
Best deal in town.
That's about all our time, and thank you, Brittany and Ron and Jen. So that's Manitoba Ag EX, and that's coming up from October the 29th until the 31st. And if you have any other questions, you want to look into it a little bit more, not just Ag EX, but the Royal Manitoba Winter Fair or Summer Fair, even the President's Dinner, you can visit us on www.provincialexhibition.com. So thank you very much, and I'm Randy McDonald. Thanks for watching.